Hello, guys. Welcome to Ur- welcome to Urbandale versus Waukee. I'm your only host, Aldine. We all know who's your favorite. That's me. Today, I'm here by myself. So far, we're playing on Oasis. This is gonna be an entertaining game because we don't know what the enemy team uses, and now we do. We see that they have McCree, or Cassidy, as we now know him, Zenyatta, Mercy, Orisa and an Echo. That Echo's gonna not. The enemy team's not gonna know what to do with that Echo. As I say that, Urbandale's not gonna even know. We're sitting on. We're sitting on Urbandale's team. We're seeing Ares Kratos playing as Sigma. We got Eaglehawk playing as Zenyatta. We're seeing Dead on Point playing as a Junkrat. We're seeing a Usoldern as Pandora's and Cupid playing as Mora. Now we're seeing this fight going comprehending with it. We're seeing the two DPSs going up, watching over these guys. Oh, taking down two echoes kills, one Sigma kill. We're seeing an Eagle Hawk take down a full on take res on the McCree. McCree took down Zenyatta, full on almost a whole entire team wipe right now, full on capture point onto Walkie. We're seeing a full-on scatter on Waukee so that everybody doesn't know where they are. Tank grouping up back to it. We're seeing Mercy on the McCree pocketing her, then switching it up. We're seeing that Echo going in, targeting those healers, taking them down with her beam. Cass is going up on the high ground. The tank knows what's going on. The Echo's going in, trying to take down all those people that are really squishy. We're seeing Echo trying to focus on that Usoldren. Tank taking down McCree. McCree coming back up. Tank taking down an Echo. We're seeing another Zenyatta kill. McCree took down the other Zenyatta. Tank and took down Urbandale's tank took down McCree. Full on almost a whole entire team wipe on Waukee. Switch views. Put on the person's view. Don't be like press F1. F1 and all that. We're seeing on Tank's view right now. Tank is focusing on that. We would love to see the first person view of this tank by pressing space. Ult on the tank on the Sigma, taking nobody out. Cass is on half HP now at full. Focusing on that Cass. Dead on point, already gone. Dead on Pandora's. Both DPSs are gone. Both DPSs are gone. Zenyatta, both Zenyatta ults. Both Zenyatta ults. The, the Echo focusing on that Cupid. Cupid can't really do anything against that. Now it's all up to Ares, focusing on himself by himself against that. Zenyatta gone. Half health on. Now another Sigma going in, which is the Echo. Full on. We're seeing the views on everybody now. Tank gone. Tank gone. I say tank gone. McCree grouping up with his whole entire team. Cass is grouping up with his whole entire team. The whole entire Urbandale team is grouping up with each other. They're all. We're seeing that on. We're seeing an ult on the soldier. We're also seeing a terror surge on the enemy team's opposing Orisa. We're seeing that tank. We're seeing that soldiers trying to get the high ground in order to ult them properly. We don't know what's gonna happen, but we do know that Mercy Pocket's gonna be super well handed. We're seeing a Sigma ulted, and now we see a Visor ult right now. Tank is about to be gone. I say the tank is gone now. The whole entire team, the Orisa back on the field, not gonna be messing up. Terror surge on that tank. Orisa took him down. That whole entire team is almost still gone. All gone almost. The whole entire team is gone. Regroup it now. Regroup right now. That whole entire team is gonna regroup. Soldier with no ult. Soldier with her ult. Now we have a Zenyatta with his ult. We're gonna see a Mercy on the opposing Walkie team have her ult pretty soon. We're gonna see a McCree with his ult pretty soon too. We're gonna see whether or not they can kill it. We're seeing that they're trying to play safe, but we're not gonna notice if they are, unless if we see that Echo playing that high ground or that low ground, depending on who plays it. Full on, that Echo's going to try to focus on those weak squishies. Now we see a Cupid ulting on her. Now we see a McCree ulted, getting one kill on that Cupid. Cupid died, but then we're seeing three ults now up. Two ults now up now, which is none up now. Looks like a hold will love to happen, but we don't know if it's gonna happen. Looks like it's all up to the tank. Tank gone. And now this will depend on who is going to capture it. Is it either going to be objective secured to Walkie? Walkie earned that first fair and square. Couldn't really understand what to do right there. But it looks like we're going to now know who is good at and what is up against. We're seeing the same team setup, but instead of an Orisa, we're seeing a Reinhardt instead. I say a Reinhardt instead. Same setup for Urbandale. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Nothing changed except for that one tank difference right there. Oh wait, we see a difference now. We're seeing Ares Cody switching to Orisa. We're seeing them trying to. They're boosting up their Orisa to go do big damage onto them. They're all going up. Two people are going up. Echo and the Pocket onto him. We're seeing a full-on team, and we're seeing a boop onto the Reinhardt, getting out of the map. Now we see a three teammates and a tank bot with no tank. Two people gone right now. Two people gone on the walkie side. Now two tank. Ares took down two people. We're seeing that right now. We're seeing them all regrouping. I've been found out that it's walkie. It's Ames, not walkie. It looks like I said that wrong. My bad. We're seeing now a switch to a Torb now. Now we're seeing the tank half HP. We're gonna either see them either regroup. Ooh, they're regrouping now, trying to stun that tank out. That McTorb is going in, bro. We're seeing that tank trying to charge that Orisa, but Orisa has his full shield and his thing. They're focusing on the healers now. Ames is focusing on the healers now. Ames is focusing on the healers. Tank's by himself now. They're trying to focus on that tank. Tank's about to take one person down. McCree's about him by himself. Mercy's by himself now. With only now we're seeing a Mercy with two ults onto Ames now. Two ults on Ames. Now we see a Zenyatta ult and a Terra Surge now. They all both of the Ames supports ulted. Now we're seeing almost a dead Zenyatta. As dead Zenyatta, I say. And Zenyatta out of there. Zenyatta out of there. Oh, Res back up. Res back up. This is very weird because they're holding them back. Nothing can happen right now. Unless that Arissa just keeps on going in with no HP by herself. We're seeing that's very crucial. Death now to whole entire team almost. Death to an almost whole entire team. We're going to see it now or not? Dead team there. Dead team right there. A full on almost a team wipe right there. That was a great rind hammer. It could have been a little bit better, but it took down two people. Now we have a McCree with his ult now. We're seeing a boost on the Orisa. Wants to ult right there, but we don't know if it's the right time. Because that McCree ulted right there has high noon. Took two people down. Both DPS ults are now gone, I say. Now we have Narissa and a Ooh Soldier with ult. Ooh Soldier out now. Now the Ames has the lead now with capture percentage. Now we're gonna see Ames with their ult pretty soon with Zenyatta, while the enemy team's Zenyatta does not. While the Urbandale team doesn't have it either. Zenyatta ult for Ames, bro. Let's see. We're gonna see a Reaper ult pretty soon. Now we see another support. Support ulted. Ames Mercy ulted. Torre is already gone. And now it looks like Tank is just holding in. Trying to hold in without his shield. And they captured. That was a C9 right there. That was a C9 on Urbandale. C9, what that represents is basically being able to win that game. But they didn't because they forgot to hold that point. But that's all right. This is round one. Round one, best of five, best of three actually. So now we're gonna see what can happen right now on the second game, which is what we're gonna see now, which is Esperanza. Hi, I'm back. Which is Esperanza, a push map. We all know Urbandale does not love their push maps, but they are beautiful push maps, I'll tell you. What push is basically push the robot to the enemy's side. And that is very difficult because the enemy team will. Welcome back to this break. That was very weird. Alright. It looks like we're in Esperanza. Urbandale does not love their push maps. They don't love push maps, but yet they're still beautiful. These push maps are really good. What Esperanza or any push map is basically is just push the robot to the enemy side till you win. That's just basically it. Just simple, easy, and all that. We got 20 seconds for this game to start. We're already seeing people are picking their picks right now, but we don't know what they are. I'm gonna predict a Junkrat in here. I'm gonna tell you guys. a Junkrat's gonna be in here, and we won't know which one till we know. Now we see the teams. We seeing Ares as Reinhardt, his favorite pick right now, his favorite character that he plays as. We're seeing Eaglehawk playing as Zenyatta. We're seeing Dead on Point playing on Soldier. Predictable. We saw it. York King as a Junkrat, and then we see Cupid switching it up and is now playing as a Baptist. Now we see the enemy team playing a very aggressive team. They're playing a very aggressive Lucio, Kiriko, Genji, and Reinhardt as well. But they have a Widowmaker. This is a very aggressive push they're gonna do compared to the enemy team, to Urbandale's team. Ames is gonna be super aggressive with that Genji. I tell you, the Widow took down the soldier without him even noticing. We're seeing that Widowmaker's popping up inside. We're seeing Genji annoying the whole entire Urbandale team. Urbandale had their field up, but not anymore. Now we're seeing that the whole entire enemy team is just pushing that payload. The tank is just like getting annoyed. Urbandale's tank is just getting annoyed by DPS because they have a good Genji. This Genji can. We're seeing a tank on from Ames' side. Now we're gonna see Urbandale trying to take that pushback and have. Oh, Widowmaker took down that Junkrat. That Junkrat was probably a huge pick on their side. Now we're seeing Lucio, the two healers just holding on. Healer gone now. Kiriko's gone now, thanks to that slam onto the wall. We're seeing a regroup onto the whole entire Ames team. Now we're seeing Orion back with Genji on his side. That Genji's gonna try to take down that whole entire support. Tank took them down. Urbandale's tank took it down. Both tank and Genji are gone. Genji and Reinhardt all gone. Tank pushing by himself up so that they don't keep moving forward. Now they're gonna regroup. Ames' side is gonna try to regroup with their whole entire tank, and their tank switch. Their tank is still the same, but they now have a Genji switched off to become an Echo. Looks like Urbandale has three ults while Ames has one ult, but we're gonna see two ults probably on Ames' side. An ult down, sleep on the tank. Tank gone now on Urbandale's side. Urbandale's side took down one of their tanks, as well as the Widowmaker. The Widowmaker has her ult, and now another pick on Urbandale, taking down that Echo. I have audio and I can see what's going on now. Let's see. The whole entire enemy team is just holding them back, but they're still pushing that payload. They're pushing that robot. Now Tank's going in. Hammer down on the 10 enemy team side. And a beat on the enemy team. The whole entire team is almost gone, except for that tank by himself. Now gone. Urbandale, whole entire team. Team kill on the aim side. Team kill on aim side. But now we see Ames now ulted, Widowmaker ulted to see where the whole entire team is regrouping and all that. Ames also has an Ana ult. Now we're seeing three ults on Urbandale's team. Widowmaker hitting those hits, but I don't know if they're missing. Three ults on. Widowmaker's put down a pick onto the Urbandale's team. Urbandale's tank is another pick on the Urbandale's team. Going down. Now we're seeing the Echo focusing on that back line with the two supports. Now left by herself. Widowmaker trying to focus on those supports. Now Zenyatta ult, three ults are on Urbandale's teams now. Ana still with her ult on Ames. Tank is gone now. Ulted, but yet regrouped. Ames' tank is going up. Echo ulted to Soldier 76. We're seeing her pushing aggressively to get her ult up for that Soldier 76. Getting kicked out or has her ult. She has her ult. killing everybody in the team. Two people, two people. Now we see a Winston switch. We're seeing aggressive. Echoes still going in, but not anymore. Now we see a Widowmaker trying to hit those hits. Is Urbandale even going to be able to regroup? Now Urbandale has their ult up. Now we're seeing is now we see an ult onto the whole on the team. We're seeing an ult on Ana as well as on Lucio. We're seeing Tank has his ult on Ames, regrouping with his whole entire enemy team. Now Urbandale has his tank by theirself with no supports on him. Try to regroup. Now Ames is gonna have the lead now. Now Ames has two ults now. Now Urbandale has only one, and then that's Window. Window just gives a big damage boost to shots. Now we're gonna see beats pretty soon. We see a Widowmaker ulting too now. Now we see a tank ulting now too. The whole entire Urbandale team is gone now, except for the soldier. This is gonna be a very easy push on Ames if Urbandale doesn't regroup. We're seeing Widowmaker flanking and trying to get those headshots, bro. Those good headshots. Asleep on the on the Ana, but couldn't hit. Now an ult onto that goddamn onto the onto the Lucio. The ult onto the Lucio he did. We're seeing an ult pretty soon onto the Lucio as well as onto the Winston. Now we have an Ana with a tank. Now we have Ana with her Nana boost too. Trying to play really aggressive so that they hold it. Now we're gonna also see an Echo with her ult too. Now we see Winston ulted too with anti on him. Now trying to kill the whole entire team. Now we're seeing a tank with his ult. Now we're seeing right now with his. Now we see Winston onto the enemy's team. Now hammer down onto Ames' side with him. Winston onto the Echo. Now Echo got out. Now we're seeing Winston trying to group up. Winston going down. Winston can go down right now. Looks like it. Looks like Dead on Point still trying to hold it, but we don't know if they can. Oh, two good picks on Urban Hills teams now. On one pick onto Ames. Ult onto the Junkrat. Ult has his ult. Junkrat has his ult. We're seeing that Ames is trying to regroup. We're seeing two ults on Urbandale's team, on Mora and on Soli on Junkrat. Being really aggressive, Urbandale is trying to be. Now we're seeing Cupid ulted with her Moira ult, taking down that's. Now we're seeing two kills onto that Moira. Now we're seeing a leap kill onto the tank on Urbandale. We're seeing that Echo going in, but dying at the trying to hold it back. Now we're seeing that we're seeing three ults onto Urbandale's side and one Lucio beat onto Ames's. Now we see a hammer down onto the enemy team with a switch onto Reaper, trying to take down that enemy team's backliners with two people gone now. Two people gone on Urbandale's side. Probably huge picks now. A full on solely on Urbandale's team. A ult that could help, but got deleted out now since the Reinhardt took it down. Now we're also seeing a Zenyatta on Ames' side having their ult. And it looks like a contest on Urbandale side as well as onto Ames. Now we're seeing a Reaper roll onto Ames' side where Ames should just leave it to go back. But yet they're still holding on to it. Contested by their tank, Urbandale's tank. That's all that's left. That's all that's left that's holding. Now now there's nothing left to do. Ames won the second game. Welcome back, guys. I'm back. Looks like we're playing on Dorado. It's just basically a push map. What push is just push the cart to the end of the game. That's it. Nothing special. That's all it is. I'm here by myself, as always. Looks like Urbandale is on the defense side, and we're seeing Ames pushing the cart. Now we're gonna get to see how good Ames is on push now. On push the cart. Well, we already saw them push a robot. Now let's see how they push a cart now. They have a different team now. Very crazy right now. Very daring, I would say. A Widowmaker as well as a Zenyatta. Still the same Zenyatta. But we now see a May, an Orisa, and a Mercy now. We're also seeing a different DPS onto the Emeralds team, which is a Sombra. We're going to see how good the Sombra is at hacking now. Now we're seeing Urbandale having the high ground, but not anymore because they have the block onto them. Now we see the Mercy with a hack now for a little while. Now we see two deaths on Urbandale's side. Now we're seeing a Mercy death onto the Ames' side. We're seeing a hack trying to happen on Sombra, but we can't really see it properly because she's getting messed up. Now we see a Mercy getting hacked now, but we're gonna see her either kill her with a full-on Gat. Now we're seeing a Sigma full-on killing either by himself or not. Sigma already gone, but two people gone on Erminel's side. We're gonna see a full-on Widowmaker ult pretty soon. On a full-on push at the first side onto the Ames' team. We're gonna about to see a Widowmaker ult pretty soon onto Ames' side. We see a Zenyatta pick out now, but now we see a Res on the Zenyatta on Ames' side. But now we see a Widowmaker now gone. Now we also see Ermidale had their Junkrat gone, but then killing the Zenyatta. We're seeing the Mei trying to focus on the enemy's backlines, but we're gonna see that it's not gonna happen because the Mei is also focusing. Mei is now gone now, but Mei on the Urban Hills team is now gone too. Now we see four ults pretty soon. About to four ults right now, but we're gonna see five now pretty soon on Ames' side with a whole entire mess up on them. Urmandale has not even a single ult up yet. We see a pick onto the Zenyatta now on Ames' side. Now a res on the Ames. Now we see an ult onto Ames on the Mercy. But now we're gonna see Widowmaker trying to peek off that Zenyatta because he has no movement abilities at all. Now we see a Zenyatta ulting too on the Ermidale side. Pretty soon we're gonna see two ults onto Ermidale's side. Now we see an ult onto the Ermidale's team. Three ults now onto the Ermidale side. On Ames' side now. Are they even gonna be able to push? I don't even think so. Now we see an Ermida ult with a Junkrat now. Now we see another pickup now too. But we also still see the Zenyatta ult onto the aim side still have his. We're about to see a Mei ult onto Urban Hill side too now. Now we see an Ermidale Mei having her ult now. Now we see Urbandale. We see Ames now ulting now too. Now we see Urbandale freezing now too. Urbandale is freezing. Now they have Rift Gravity tanks on Urbandale's side. Now his ult. Urbandale is now holding this so well now. Now we see a switch onto the Ames. We're seeing Amora and a Zenyatta ult onto Urbandale's pretty soon. Now we see a switch to a Hog and an Ana now. Trying to anti-heal as well as get that heals now. Seeing that Farah focusing on those swishy guys now. Now see Mercy now ulting onto them. Now we see a Justice Rain from above from the Now we see a Death. And then we see also a Zenyatta ult onto Urbanus now. Now we see a Res on the Ames' side too. Will this be enough to allow them to keep pushing or no? We're seeing now Ames about to have their ult pretty soon too. On the May. Urbandale ulted, which would have been pretty well, which is really well right now. But then again, it's not. Now we're seeing ult on Ames' side, freezing about two people with now another ult going on, popping up. They're about to push this. They're gonna keep pushing it now. About to have Urbandale's another DPS gone too. Now another DPS is gone, but now we see Urbandale have their tank has his gravity flex now, literally just pulling them up if he wants to. Now we see a fair going around, trying to go kill everybody around. Will it be able to kill? No, it wouldn't. Are we gonna see an ult pretty soon? We're gonna see an ult pretty soon. Urbandale now ulted onto their side team. We're about to see an Ana ult too, if we want to, or a Pharah ult. We're seeing the car getting pushed back, but we're gonna see that either Ames is gonna be able to reboot back out there. And no more. Stop push right there. Round one complete. One up. Now it looks like Ames has to defend this really way more well than Urbidal can ever do. Will it happen? We don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we see picks. Now we see Urbandale has not chosen their tank yet on what. But we do see a very interesting switch. We see that one of the DPS switched to Symmetra now. But now we also see that that aim switch theirs too. Soldier, Kiriko, and that's just basically it. Except for the Sigma. The Sigma switch too. Now we see also a different tank too. To Ares Kratos becoming a Reinhardt. We're just gonna see a teleport onto the Symmetra, trying to go up there, trying to kill everybody that's up there. Tank fell down. We're seeing a tank focusing on that Sigma. Tank gone on Urban side. Tank is gone already. We see that Urbandale's tank is already at almost 30% left onto his ult. Now we see an Urbandale with their ult too. Soldier still up there on Ames' side. We see an ult cancellation on Urbandale's side now, thanks to a boulder from Ames' side. We're seeing a soldier on Ames' side trying to flank back. We're seeing Urbandale's tank is now gone now. We're seeing Sigma on Ames' side about to have his ult too. Now we see Zenyatta on Urbandale's side have his ult now too. Sigma now gone too. Now we see two to battle to three, 4 to 5 ults onto Ames' side, while Urbandale has about to get a second one on their pocket. We're about to see Ames about to have 5 ults now, and Urbandale about to have basically only 2. Uh, Tank is really pushing up on Ames on Urbandale's side. Now we see an ult onto the Mercy. Now we see an ult onto the Ames' side on May. Now we see also another ult onto Ames' side. Now we see a second one too. About to have a dead pretty soon tank. If they can focus on that tank still. With a tank ulted now, but now cancelled because of the barrier up. But now trying to leave. But then leaving behind their healer. Wasn't really a smart play right there, but should have saved him. Now with a air, now with a air, now with Ames ulting theirs too, trying to make them back up. Now we see Urbandale about to have 3 ults now. We see only 2 ults, about to be 3 ults on the Urbandale side. Now we see Urbandale ulting so that they can stay by themselves. Tank frozen now. Now we see a second ult too. Looks like this is going to be a clean sweep on Urbandale's side if they can just keep on pushing that. We now see a U soldier with her ult and about to be soon a Zenyatta too. We see now a different switch to a different tank on Ames' side to an Orisa. Now we see 2 ults on Urbandale's side now. About to be 3 ults now. That's going to be a slam for sure on Urbandale's side. Now Urbandale's has their ult too now. About to be a whole entire team wipe now too. A tank being focused on Urbandale's side because he's by himself now. Trying to regroup by his teammates. Full on regroup now. We're now about to see Ames about to have their 2 ults now on Ames' side about to too. But now we also see different types of ults now up. We're seeing Reinhardt with his ult as well as an U soldier with her ult. We're also seeing a Kiriko and a Mei on Ames' side have his ult. We're either gonna see a Reinhardt ult right now to go down or not. We're seeing a fake only the tank going down. About to be another tank. About to be a male too. We're seeing a very aggressive hold onto Urban on Ames' side. Now a very hard push onto the tank. Are we about to see a hold pretty soon? We're about to see a Kiriko hold too. We're seeing a great hold onto Ames' side. Will they be able to hold this for even more? Looks like it's a full-on capture on Urbandale side, winning that. We're seeing a full-on win on Urbandale side for round 3. Now let's see how this went down. Will he be taking down that Widowmaker? Yeah, let's go. But died in the process, but took him down that Zenyatta. We're seeing that the next map is a hybrid map. Hybrid is just basically capture this point for a little bit and then push it all the way. We also see the Mei just ulted right there, bro. Just not ulted, just kept that wall from that Kitsune to even go in. But that was really great play on the Mei right there on the enemy's team on Ames. The stream is still going. Yeah.
Can we go on intermission? Turn to intermission. Turn to intermission.
Looks like Yeah, I know. Brendan doesn't have a chair. I'm by myself yet again. Give that back to him. Give it back to him. I'm by myself. Brennan is here with me.
I'm just gonna stand here.
Yeah, he's just gonna stand there menacingly. Oh, come into the view. Do you want a chair? You're just gonna stand? Yo, yo, Ames is attacking, bro. It looks like Ames is gonna try to attack. Are they gonna push all the way? We don't know. Dude, Lucio rollouts are awesome. We're seeing a Lucio rollout. We're seeing a very different team comp onto Ames again. We're seeing a Hog, a Lucio, a Genji, and a Widowmaker. They can hear me? That's so bogus. Just sounds like we need better headsets to my percent. What do you think, Brennan? If they can hear, what do you think, Brennan? They can hear me, but yet that does not make sense. I would love to, but it's right here, my good sir. It is that one. Oh my god, we're seeing a little bit of toxicity, but not that bad. We're seeing a Symmetra just placing her turrets under the thing. We're seeing a Genji by himself now. Yeah, by me. We're seeing a Junkrat. Both DPS on Urbandale side are gone now, but we're gonna see a Reinhardt. Now we see a Mercy gone too.
The Lucio rollout on attack.
Yeah, I already saw like
This
Lucio
one?
rollouts. Yeah, they're
Oh no,
super
this
easy.
wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Now we see Urbandale having his ult already, taking down that tank fully by himself with
Okay, here
no
it is.
backup now.
It's a loop to coin,
Oh, I already know that rollout.
but it's a cool one.
Yeah, it's super easy.
It's probably the same weight as your bag.
We're seeing Urbandale just staying and still defending that with their tank just holding them
This is the
barely.
rollout for Icon Ball on attack. Yeah, it's
We're
parkour.
seeing a Pharah just taking down that Kiriko on Urbandale side. Soon to be either a Junkrat pretty soon.
No, and
Seeing a
then
Symmetra trying to hit that Mercy, but we already know that Mercy can't get hit.
you get your point.
Seeing
And then
two
no
kills
one really
onto the Urbandale side DPS. We're seeing a Lucio trying to kill the Zenyatta. Zenyatta already gone. By himself, tank by himself.
except
With no
it
support
would
except
be
for one. Will
ideal
support,
that
this
no
support
one
cannot
receives
hold
it.
him with it. Both supports are one support and tank down now. We're gonna about to see two ults now on both DPSs. We're seeing a different support switch into Mercy.
How many games have they won? One. They won the last one.
Yeah. No, we got like two more. If they win this one, they got one more. We're seeing that they've taken the high ground Urbandale, but now getting knocked out. Now we see Widowmaker just ulting onto so that they can just see who it is. We're seeing a boost onto the soldier trying to hit his shots, but trying to focus on that. Now we see a Farah having her ult. Pretty soon, trying to see that Farah just trying to that Widowmaker trying to kill that tank. Now Justice Rain from the Cupid, and now we see a different. Now we see a full on almost a team wipe onto Urbandale's side. We're seeing a Zenyatta ult onto the Urbandale side, as well as a Lucio and soon to be a Orisa ult onto the Ames' side. In three, two, one, and boot boot beats on Lucio. That's crazy. As well as an ult trying to take out that Orisa out, but couldn't do it. Got knocked out in the process by himself. It looks like it, but that doesn't feel right. We're seeing a full on payload push. Now we see another switch onto the healers instead of a Mercy. We see now a Mora. Now we see two ults onto the Ames' side. About to be two ults as well, but on DBS's side onto the Urbandale's team. Full on waste on an ult right there onto the soldier right there. And Mercy ult right there on Valkyrie right there, trying to keep the full team. Sniped out Mora is trying to stay alive. The tank is for Urbandale, but couldn't really hold it up. Chapanouau from Widowmaker gone now. The tank is gone now. Now it's on the squishy parts on whether they stop it or not. Now looks like they're trying to contest, but it doesn't really look like it's gonna happen. But we're gonna see now. We still see that Terra Surge with her ult still taking down that Mora in the process, and a Justice range from above taking two people out. Only the tank left by himself. I'm grouped up with multiple people. Now we're gonna see a full-on team wipe right here, but it looks like not. Now we're seeing a tank by himself. We're gonna see pretty soon Mora ult too, as well as Beats. Now we see a different support switch onto the Erminal side to Lucio, and a waste onto Mora ult onto the on the Orbital side. We're about to see a full-on Lucio ult too, trying to hold this down. Erminal is holding this down very, very close, but it looks like it's captured right there. A full-on capture. Now we see Urbandale now pushing it too. Now we got to see what type of picks both the team that we're versing, which is Ames, as well as Urbandale switching to. I've grouped up with many of the esports players, and I'm quite scared because they're all behind me,
Supposed to be on the camera.
and I have only one person that's supposed to be next to me, and this guy right here. What a cool guy right here. Hi, and that's my boy Brennan right there, my favorite support, bro.
Shouting. You are shouting. Lower your volume. It's yelling.
We're seeing a different team switch onto the defense, onto the Ames' side, which is just two people basically,
No, I'm not
which is
standing.
just Torb
I'm
and
standing.
Symmetra.
No. Show your face, coward. I'll show my face. But you are not obligated to be on. I am.
We also see
Yeah,
another
that's why I
switch
need
onto the
social media.
middle
I have to
side.
be on. Unless
Three people actually. We're seeing a Sigma for tank, as well as a Pharah and a Mercy. Probably a pocket onto that Pharah, bro. There's nothing really else about Pharah except for that pocket. We're seeing Symmetra turrets placing in very good spots. Looks like a tank is about to be dead on the Ermindale side, but staying alive still. Trying to res, but got the res out, but died in the process. Tank gone now, with a Symmetra turret still focusing onto the person. Slowing them down. No more Urbandale team. Right there. Two people left. We're seeing a Farah just going in by herself, which is not the play. And then we see Urbandale's support, Yon too. This could be anybody's win right now because it looks like nobody has their ult yet except for the Symmetra. Symmetra pretty soon on her ult, just clearing out the Urbandale's team because they can't really do anything against Symmetra. We're seeing a tank, another gone on an Urbandale side. Still staying back. Urbandale can't do anything, it looks like it. We're seeing an ult onto the Urbandale side, which is Lucio's beats. Nothing else. Now we see two ults onto the. Now we see Symmetra ulting so she can get that big wall in. Now we see two ults still onto Ames' side. Nothing else to do except for just wait for that wall to go time out. Consuming all of that overhealth right there. Molten Core and a death. Full on Urbandale team can't really hold it, as well as a beats on Urbandale's side, which did absolutely nothing. A full on team wipe right there. We still see it old on our Ames' side, which is the Mercy's Valkyrie. Now we're gonna see what Armadillo can release its Wrath, which is its three ults right now. Zenyatta, Usoljin, and the Sigma. We're seeing that Sigma trying to push in very aggressively. We see the Mercy ulting too. We see the Usoljin railgunning that turret. Seeing a tank really low and hold onto Erminel's side, as well as a Melody on Gravitated Flux, trying to take down the whole entire enemy team. Looks like it's gonna happen right there. With another waste of an ult right there. Feels like that should have done, but they did it. Looks like Ames is about to have one of their ults. About to be two, looks like it. Erminel has two of its ults still. Only one person pushing that payload. Very risky right there. To just keep on that aggressiveness. That tank is just Urbandale's tank is just taking that damage. Can't really do anything. We're about to see another ult onto Ames' side, which is Orissa's Terra Surge. Are we seeing Usojin already gone too? We're seeing Urbandale's tank about to be dead, but then taking down a huge pick on. We're seeing three ults on Ames' side. We're seeing a wall now. Keep that wall up. That wall is just gonna save them.
How fast does the sim get wall?
We're about to see two to three ults pretty soon on Urbandale's side. We're seeing also three ults onto Ames' side. Those turrets are just gonna keep melting them. They gotta keep focusing on those ults. Keep focusing on those turrets. Mercy ulted now. We're gonna see gravity flex too. One person was picked up. Now we see a Lucio ulting too, focusing on that Orisa. Now trying to focus on that Symmetra. Looks like Ames res their Torb, trying to just keep that ult up right there. Now we see two ults on Urbandale's side now. We're about to see three ults on Urbandale's side now. About to ult pretty soon. That's what I'm predicting. Yeah, shouldn't have ulted right there, but he did. Two people relatively low. Perfect right there, Molten Core, but with his Zenyatta ult, as well as an Lucio ult too. Just melting that team down. Just melting that team down. Full on death on both sides. Three people left. A full on 30 seconds left, basically, only on Urbandale's side. What will they be able to do? Looks like Usoljin has her ult still, and it looks like Sigma's about to have his, but what would they compete against three ults right there? Three ults. Symmetra, as well as Orisa and a Mercy. That Mercy for sure is going to ult pretty soon when they get in. It looks like Erminel's tank is just going to try to flank. Trying to Terra Surge right there. Perfect. Melody right there, as well as another ult onto the Erminel side. Trying to just full on clear Erminel's side. Trying to just push them. Gone now. Full on almost. A full on team wipe almost. Nothing else to do. And it looks like Urbandale lost that the whole entire 3 rounds. Nothing else to do. But say goodbye, night, guys.